majority of my family was Catholic, so as far as I knew, God was always the Almighty One, but our spiritual journey consisted of saying prayers before we went to sleep and praying what we were thankful for. And so I did. But as an only child going with parents that were divorced, I felt like I carried so much of their pain and other people's frustration and things that I didn't understand. And when I couldn't sleep about it at night, I would talk to my mom, and she would say, just pray about it. So I did. And in those times of prayers is when I really began to gain that trust in the relationship in God, because those are the times where I felt safe and I felt I wasn't alone because He was listening. It wasn't until a few years later where my mom and we would go to Christian churches and, just begin our faith, our step in Christianity. And I always loved it because it was easier, it was better than Catholic Mass, but I never really felt home, and I was young, so I didn't know what a church home felt like. And it wasn't until my sophomore year in high school where my friends took me to a youth group that I really felt like I began to understand the Christian life, and that I had the relationship with God, but until I accepted that He died on the cross for our sins, and that through Him, through the relationship and trust, is how He gives you your salvation. He gives you the promise to eternity with Him. And once I gained that newfound knowledge of my faith and just understanding, things didn't get easier for me. Our family's troubles kept coming and it got worse, and I felt like I had to take a lot more responsibilities. But with this new understanding and everything that I went through, it was nothing I never thought I couldn't handle with Him by my side. With this newfound relationship and trust in God, I'm really excited to see what He has in store for me for the rest of my journey and what He will use me to do for His purpose. I was broken to be understanding. That's my story. What's yours?